Hey, I am coming out of Haslet, going to Coppell in Texas. I'm driving on TX 114, going east in the morning, and it's around almost 10 o'clock. And I'm looking at this video. It's going a little fast, but that's okay because I had to shorten it down a little so it's not too long. But as you probably notice up around the sun, that there is this red shine, and you can see the size of the sun, and that is something I've been pointing out, that the chemtrails that they're spraying have a light scattering effect, meaning that when the sun hits these particulates, it spreads out the light and it makes the sun look like it is humongous, as you see on the video. And that, I believe, is with the intent of hiding the obvious that the Brown Dwarf is in the vicinity of the sun. And when I was a kid, that's many years ago, I was able to look at the sun. It was kind of yellowish, and it had the same size as the moon have in our sky, but you can look at the moon without getting blinded. But if you look at the sun today, you can look at it for a fraction of a second, and it almost feels like you're blinded, completely blind, and it will take a while before you get the normal vision back. And I hold that to believe the interaction between the Brown Dwarf star and our sun that makes the sun go totally bananas. And the chemtrail is, what do you want to call it, aiding in the reflection of the sunlight. But as you see as we go along here in the video, even there's these bubbles you can see in the screen, some round circles. That is some impurities in the windshield on my truck, and I can't do anything about that. I have looked for spots in the window to see if I can mount my camera in another place so I get a more clean shot of what I'm recording. But unfortunately, the windshield is not American made, and it's not in the highest quality when it comes to fusing these two pieces of glass together. So that leaves some bubbles, as you can see up there in the top and in the middle of the screen. But you can see that the sun is looking like it is 5-6 times larger than it would normally be. And this truck is beginning to pee me off. He's very annoying. He's been annoying me ever since I left Haslet. He came out the same spot, and he's not in any form or fashion in any type of hurry. You can see he's taking his sweet time, and I don't really got time for that. You see, he can accelerate, but he can't get out of there. Even though he can, he don't want to. So, as you see, there is this red glow. It even shows up in, see you soon, love. It shows up in the bubbles in the windshield. I don't know what that is over there at 7 o'clock below the sun, to be honest. I can't tell you that. That might just be a bubble. But you can clearly see that there is something reddish shining out around the disk, or the manufactured disk, because in reality the sun is in the middle of all this, and the sun would be at the same size as our moon. So you can clearly see that something is going on here, but you can see that there is this reddish light emanating from around the area. And as you see, as the sun is moving over to the other side, because I'm turning on the road, the reddish is following all the way through is not going away. And I can't tell you why there's not all the way around. It might be because of the angle of my direction that it will only show in that respect. So now we're almost halfway through this video, and it keeps showing up. It doesn't go away, and you can clearly see that they are out spraying frantically. You can see that the chemtrail on the far right, going diagonal over the screen, is in the process of being made. The one going horizontal over the screen has just been made. The rest has been made a little earlier, and that was being made while I was leaving Hazlitt, but I didn't have a direct view of the sun while I was driving out from Hazlitt. It was only when I hit 114 that I began to be able to really record the sun, because the road is twisting all the way into Dallas. But you can clearly see that they are out doing their hideous job. Well, I can't 100% say that this is possibly the dust cloud of the brown dwarf that is dragging with it the iron oxide, or it is the shine itself from it. But I'm more in the belief that that is actually the dust particulates that is surrounding this brown dwarf that is shining through, and is becoming more and more difficult for them to hide it up for us so we can't see it. And one of the reasons for why we can't see it, or most people can't see it, is because we can't look at the sun. Not even if there's chemtrails in front of it, it's still so bright it hurts your eyes to look at it. But you can clearly see that the reddish is there, and you would not be able to see that reddishness by looking at it with your own two eyes, because you wouldn't be able to look at the sun, period. It will simply be too bright. It will feel like looking at a welder's flame. But you can see the reddishness in the image. It's not going away all the way over. And the further over I get, the more protractive it becomes. And that might have to do with that the camera is not compensating as much as it would be if the camera was going straight on me. Like now I'm coming down to a slight right curve, and you will see the sun moving over, and you can see the compensation will show up. But still the reddish is persistent. It don't go away. It's still there. So yeah, what can I say? I mean, I've known for a long time that it's been inbound, but its exact position I have not been aware of, other than what I'm hearing here and there. But you can clearly see that these bubbles is being tinted by this reddish glow. So I don't believe it's a camera issue at all, because the bubbles is in front of the camera and the sun is behind the bubbles, or in the foreground, background of the bubbles, and you can see these air bubbles is being colored by this shine. And it don't go away even if I'm going straight towards the sun as I'm going right now. But you can see when the road is turning, you can see that these bubbles that is on the windshield, they are being tinted. And that would simply not happen in case that this is a camera issue at all. And you can clearly see the bubbles moving in over now, and it's being colorized. So the light is coming from up there. That's what it's telling me. So in a way, the bubbles here is my best friend. even though I hate looking at them. But there is no place I can put them, unfortunately. A new position for the camera. But you can clearly see it, that there is a reddish tint around the sun disk, or the enlarged sun disk, if you like, because that's what I would say it is, enlarged. And the video is coming to an end here in a moment. It will be 12 minutes and 36 seconds this video is, and I have a still image of the file size and today's date where I modified the videos, made it faster, and of course when this was recorded, and that was Wednesday 13th. And in a way this image here, or this not live footage, but this recording is definitely showing something that is out of the ordinary, and I have never seen this before. And the reason why I haven't seen that before is because I'm not looking at all my videos that I'm recording. I usually just record from A to B, and then I stop the recording, and then I delete it. But some of them I save, and this one I saved, and this is quite profound what I'm looking at here. Absolutely. I hold to say that this is the dust cloud that is being illuminated by our sun, and it looks like it's a pretty big cloud that is surrounding the area up there where the Brown Dwarf is positioned. And